But my initial tweet literally said exposing like yourself as a trans person or having different genitals in a sexual encounter, right? Like, obviously there are some people that if you bring up your trans, they might go crazy and do some fucked up shit. But what do you think is going to happen if you expose in an actual encounter to your trans person? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think is going to happen at that point? Like, what a disaster of an idea. And like, the thing is that every trans person knows this. I don't know why you would even disagree. If you're like talking to some good old boy Southern person, like if you're like ContraPoints and you're talking to like some, I don't know if she said bottom sugar. It's not a good point. But if you're like a trans woman and you're talking to somebody and you're like, oh, this person might be transphobic. I'm not going to reveal that I'm trans. And then you could have sex with them and you're like, surprise, dick. Like, wait, what the fuck do you think is going to happen at that point? You're going to get trans panicked at that point. People are going to fucking kill you. Not to say that it's right or wrong for them to do it. Well, it would be wrong for them to do it. Obviously, that would be fucked up. But like, holy shit. Like, I don't understand like this argument. Like, well, maybe it's dangerous to tell them beforehand. Like, wait, what? Like, how stupid.
Like being upfront that like you wouldn't want to engage in sexual activities with somebody with this particular kind of genitalia.
But now we've just moved the problem. Wait, but now we've just moved the problem down the road. Actually, now we've made it even worse for trans people. Because you said initially that if you're a trans person, you don't want to disclose to somebody initially that you're trans because of a whole bunch of...
Wear your super straight badge, okay? Just fucking pin it to your lapel. And then we'll know to avoid you all like the plague. Like,
so having a genital preference is transphobic, is what we're saying, right?
People. Sorry?
You're basically saying that, it sounds like you're saying that having a genital preference is transphobic. That's basically where we're at right now. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, to a certain extent. I would say it probably is, yeah. I don't even know if I fully believe that straight people exist. There's my hot take.
Okay.
Did I see his trans takes? Yeah, I think they're pretty stupid and irresponsible. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Destiny was essentially sort of emboldening the trans panic defense. The idea that if you take a girl home and you start engaging in sexual activity with her and it turns out she is a dick and she didn't disclose that beforehand, that's rape, or like that she like raped you or attempted rape you. That's a pretty yikesy position. I think that generally speaking, it's always a good idea to disclose stuff like that to a person that you're going to hook up with because, well, it's more for safety than anything. If you're a trans woman, if you've got a dick, you probably don't want to get yourself trans panic defensed. So disclosing that sort of thing is probably helpful. However, comparing it to rape, I think is absolutely ridiculous. Because we're not talking about a person who lied about their genitalia. We're talking about a person who just didn't disclose it. Vaush, how does the idea of lying by omission play into this conversation? I don't think that lying by omission is rape. Even if we're to assume that's what this is, I don't think that's rape. If you pick a girl up in a nice car, but then it turns out that's a rental and you only own like a beater car, is that rape? What happens? Like, I don't know. Like, no, I think this is ridiculous. Okay.
Well, don't be transphobic and come suck this dick. I'm not transphobic. So I'm gonna suck a dick just to prove that I'm not transphobic. And you're not gay if you're doing it to prove a point, right? And you're a woman. And a dick ain't nothing but a big clit anyway.
True.
So whatever.